All right, I feel like this is going to be a quick one. Good? Everybody recording?
I am now recording.
That's fine by me.
Press the
Looks
button.
like it's
The
working.
faster we get out of here, the quicker we get to the movie.
By the way, how are we going to stream that? We're going to...
We'll just do what we always do.
Does someone have HBO?
I have HBO.
Okay, so you could stream it then.
I'm going to play it on my Vita.
Nice.
What?
Shout out high school.
PlayStation Vita, baby.
Get the fuck out. You know, those things aren't getting any more support.
Nope, they shouldn't get that. Wow. And I spilled water.
Oh, no.
No.
We heard it. Yeah, we could hear that shit too. Just heard the little like plunk and the nope.
I'll let
That's
future me deal with that.
That's enough. Oh.
He's just going to leave the water right there. I'll deal with that in an hour. That's future me's problem.
I kind of hope that keeps in the recording. Shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monster WrestleMania 500. In this corner, we've got the 10-ton thousand lizard, Godzilla. Versus the man from Nintendo, the monkey, the myth, the legend, Donkey Kong.
All right, so we're going to be watching Godzilla versus Kong later this evening after we're done with this cast, and we're pretty pumped about it. And to celebrate it, what we'll probably do is, before the movie comes out, we'll make sure to put a poll on the Twitter that you guys can vote on and tell us who you think is going to... What?
We're recording a decent bit ahead of time. This isn't coming out for like a couple weeks, brother.
What?
This movie's going to be like way out by now. It's going to be old news.
Yeah, this is going to be like really old news.
This is going to be like yesterday's meme by the time this episode comes out, dude.
Well, it sucks to suck then. I guess we're not doing anything. So anyway, where are we? What are we doing right now?
We watched an anime movie about a sword. Hell, I could do this.
All right. Do you want to? You should.
All right. I will read it as it's written, and I will feel it the same. So we watched The Cursed Holy Sword. Zoro has friends named Saga. Saga has a cursed sword, and a priestess girlfriend, and a marine underling. Luffy and Usopp are an Indiana Jones movie for a while. The end. Oh, and there's a rhino and a hippo that, or my bad. There's a rhino hippo in love with the Going Merry, I guess.
Yeah, one's like, that's wild.
So the bit with the fucking rhino at the end, I was so confused until I vaguely remembered when they were first escaping the military or whatever, and then randomly just started flying in the sky. Whatever the fuck was going on with that.
They hit a sweet ramp.
It's like in Mario when you hit that like glowing arrow that like accelerates you faster.
Luffy was at the helm, and he was riding that whole boat like a skateboard.
The only thing they didn't do was kickflip.
Can you imagine doing some sweet ollies with the Going Merry?
Oh man,
Dude,
I bet they
leave the
could do
Going
it.
Merry alone, man. She's been through enough, please.
Right, and then that boat's completely fine. By the way, whatever Usopp was doing at the beginning of the movie, like, really paid off. I better never see that boat damaged ever again.
Oh wait, this takes place before Skypiea, so nope.
He was placing down a few 2x6s, easy peasy.
Yeah, that's some fucking quality pressure treated board right there.
Just
Oh
a
my
couple
God.
pieces of patchwork, all right? Well, actually, wait a minute. Does this take place before Skypiea? Did the mast have a...
Does it really matter?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what you guys get out of these One Piece movies. Like, for me, it's like, whenever we watch one of these flicks, like, I just don't understand. Like, I sort of get the idea where it's like, oh, it's a quick little fun adventure. But at the same time, it's like, I just don't give a shit when I watch them.
I mean, I didn't hate the last one. The last one was all right in my book.
That one was really good compared to this one.
Yeah, that one's a fucking masterpiece.
I don't even remember half the characters' name. I don't even remember what movie we watched last.
Oh, it was Dead End. It was Dead End Adventure.
Dead End with the pirate town, and they went on the race and
the
they
gummy
hit
bear.
Actually, they hit a similar sweet ramp in that movie. I'm starting to sense a trend here.
They're just so boring and so not inspiring or not. They didn't get any sort form of emotion out
I
of
think
me.
this one is particularly like that, though.
My God, that story just kind of goes nowhere.
It does nothing.
I mean, it was just, I mean, I appreciated the fact that at least our villain wasn't, a fucking flavor Logia type of the week, which was kind of nice at the very least. But now we went back to like the kind of villain we had back in Chopper's movie where it was like, aha, I eat this innate item and become a ghostly powerful being, and then just gets beaten up again, which is fine. I mean, it was whatever.
My favorite part of the whole film was Zoro and Saga's his best friend. They have a conversation. He's like, "You still have that sword, Saga?" Of course, Zoro. From that promise, it was such an anime thing.
So anime.
That from that promise.
You didn't forget the promise, did you? And then Zoro stares at it and he goes, "Of course, they didn't forget our favorite promise."
He stares at it too for like a few seconds with that blank look on his face. At first, Saga's like, "Oh no, did he forget?" And then Zoro's like, "I'm just joshing you, buddy. I remember. Of course, I would never forget our promise."
It was like a Fallout NPC remembering the lines.
Like even like the it was so anime to the point like to the point where even like the side villains, like like how in most anime movies it's like they have the quirky one, the one that has weird powers, and like like that trope that runs on with these anime films, they glossed over all of them so quickly because we all knew, even the director knew that they were just unimportant, and they knew it wasn't doing it for anybody.
Honestly, that was another thing. The designs of his like henchmen honestly weren't that bad. They even made like one of the Kobe's look kind of cool for a hot sec with this Toma, I think that was his name, like Tomo or something like that.
Oh, backwards hat Marine kid guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was supposed to be a Kobe. I didn't know that was...
No, he's definitely not a Kobe. That is a full-grown man who
That's
like...
a full-grown man? I don't know about all that.
That was a full-grown man. I was expecting at least a cool fight sequence between him and Zoro. It was just like...
We almost got it. They like teased it at us for like a minute.
They didn't do anything with it. Yeah. They were just like, here's this guy. He clearly has motive to be upset, and then her bad evil guy swings sword, go burr.
There was like half a second where there might have been a semblance of useful plot when they go, I still have like this kid Toma. He's the one name that I remember in this movie besides Saga. Everybody else is nonsense.
I mean, Maya was there. I know her.
Yeah, you remember Maya.
Then there's Maya, and then there's
the
Giraffe
editing software,
and then there's Giraffe Grandma. But we'll get to that later.
She literally just like fully extends her neck. It's secretly like 9 feet long or some nonsense.
For the audience who hasn't seen this movie, you ever seen a cat stand up? Like you've ever like stretched out a cat a little? That's kind of what it is. It's like a cat. Normal cat looks like a cat, but if you like you actually stand the cat up, it's really
you mean like
long.
when you're holding it, like it just like goes slinky mode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like this squart old lady who couldn't be off the ground by more than like 3 feet, but then when she's surprised, she extends like to 12 feet tall.
How do you think she looked like in her youth? She must have been like this crazy Amazonian warrior.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's clearly like a 12-foot tall babe when she was younger.
She was slaying fools.
She's actually a giantess.
You know, we didn't even go over really quick what the actual like plot was of this stupid sword that was in this movie. So for the listeners,
by all means, tell us what they came up with for us.
All right, so just for everybody at home, the sword is called the 7-star sword or some shit. When you bring all the Dragon Balls together, you can make a wish with the sword. Just kidding.
That's
the
stretch.
That wouldn't be too far. That would be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
That would have been far and more interesting.
I'm literally just quoting Dragon Ball, you idiots. All right, anyway.
And we're saying that would have been interesting.
The 7-star sword is apparently cursed. Once upon a time, there was a priestess who was, like a complete babe, and then these 3 absolute simps fought over each other for her love, and she was like,
they fought so hard they caused the sword to get cursed.
Right, they fought so hard that they cursed the sword with like
so
rage.
many people,
and then the entire world fell into like this rage ruin or whatever. And
was it really the entire world?
That's what the movie said.
Whatever the closest Walmart was.
So the whole world fell under like ruin, chaos, whatever. And then the priestess was so sad and unhappy with what had happened that she gave herself to just purify the blade and the people that it turned into these killers or whatever.
She jumped off a cliff.
And
Ooh.
then she died, and then the sword was dormant but still cursed. And then now every 100 years they have to go through a ritual to keep the sword from.
And then the gods gave the rest of the people that were still alive these 3 orbs, which were the only way, besides killing a priestess, to seal off the power of the sword every 100 years.
So with all of that plot, I find myself the most interested in the adventures of Luffy and Usopp in the caves, baby!
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, that was honestly the best part of the movie for me.
Every theme of every Indiana Jones movie that's ever came out.
The only thing they didn't do was swap a treasure out with a bag of sand.
Luffy's entrance to the whole situation was great.
Running away from a giant stone rock.
何がおかしいんだよ。だってよ、紐引っ張ったらあんなのが転がってきやがった。
And my only thought that came to my head was, what if he just didn't get out of the way and just got ran over by it and just let it keep rolling? He'd be fine.
He'd be fine. Yeah, no, that's why he doesn't care.
I was like, why does he even bother running?
Oh, because it's the thrill of the chase, Devin, or the thrill of the hunt.
Because the last thing he did was fight a really menacing looking sword that burned him. So now he's got to have a little fun somewhere else.
Right. The imagery, of what I thought his mental state was is if we went to a kiddie park or something like that, and we're pretending oh no, we can't lift this dumbbell to get the grand prize. Ooh, that's what Luffy was doing.
Exactly what it is. He's just trying to enjoy himself. Come
it's
on.
Treating it like a theme park. It's what does this trap do? Yanks a piece of yarn that's aimlessly hanging from the ceiling that activates a super trap, I guess.
He's like the 18-year-old that's in the kiddie section of the park, playing in the teacup ride or whatever, spitting the disc super fast in the one cup while everyone else looks at him all funny.
And then he decided to just give this side adventure all the plot reasons for the next part of the movie. Because they visit those stupid ass towers and they go, towers. All right, bye.
I wonder what this is gonna be for.
And then suddenly they just happen upon the 3 orbs that for some reason Saga threw down a well and was that wiped his hands and went, that's taken care of. Time to take over the world.
My question is, if he was so worried about those orbs, why didn't he just leave the island once he had the sword?
Well, he had to show the village who's boss first.
But why?
I don't know, dude, because the blood moon only happens on that island. Well, who cares?
Clearly we're basing this off of barrier rules. Why didn't he just leave? With the sword, just take the sword and fucking go. That's all he had to do to win. That is literally all he had to do.
He has a stupid ass line too when he sees those pink lights beaming into the sky and he goes, "Oh my god, how could this be possible? I destroyed the 3 orbs." What do you mean you had your best friend from 20 years ago throw him down a well? What do you mean destroyed? He had Zoro put him right there, and Zoro threw him down the well, and he went, all right, now I'm unstoppable. What do you mean?
Imagine if the well wasn't that deep, it was just a normal well, and all the villagers had to do was climb down the well and grab them.
I can't wait to do a movie tier list one day and have this be the bottom of the barrel.
You wouldn't be far off. This is. I feel like this is it.
Personally, this is. I actually, to be honest with you, at the time, this one was higher than the first and second one for me.
Really?
But after rewatching it, yeah, I wouldn't call it that.
This was the movie. He was I remember one being good, one with the Zoro and the sword. That was a good one. And then we're here. He's
yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I remembered this one being way better.
Oh my god!
Remember, Brendan? You were 12 when you saw this.
I was probably 22 or something.
12.
Again, this just reinforces my dislike for these movies. I don't know what it is. I just can't find one that I'm actually enjoying.
Well, they genuinely don't really start turning into anything for a while yet, Devin. We're doing these for fun. These are not meant to be good.
I can wholeheartedly say that at least one of these movies is pretty much better than the whole series.
And I know which one he likes. I know which one it is too.
And Jordy, I'm gonna let you get that recap, be able to rewind to this moment,
Sure,
to say, Devin, remember that time you said that these movies were bad? Now how stupid do you look? This is that moment. They're fucking dumb. Here you go.
We have at least like 10 more to go through, so
No one is in the camp that these are fantastic. These are we're literally only doing this for fun. Like take a chill pill. Take it easy. It's okay. No one's trying to force this down your throat, asking you if you think how good you think this is. All right, we're fine. We know.
These are really high quality filler episodes. If you want to be honest,
high quality filler.
This entire movie kept giving me vibe after vibe of Itachi murdering his entire village.
Dude, that's what I thought too. I thought this was like a shitty Naruto movie. Like
we got
50% of the time.
We got cool backdrops of the moon and the anime villain on against them. We've got killing villages.
In another universe, I'm convinced the Saga guy is a villain in a Naruto movie. You cannot change my mind. All right.
What's next?
We got confirmation that Zoro can kick Sanji's ass, which was kind of cool.
Sure,
yeah,
I guess.
This was pretty much like the low-key power rankings unofficial. Because after this, everyone and their mothers knows that the Zoro's stronger than Sanji. Before it was debatable, you'd be like, maybe he could take him on, maybe not. But no, after this, everyone in the fan base was like, nope, Zoro's number 2.
Zoro's number 2, Sanji's number 3.
As like the movie started kicking in, and you realize like, oh, this could potentially be like a Zoro-centric movie, and then like they're talking about all these this cursed blade and stuff, and I was like, oh, is the final thing gonna be like Zoro's got to face him down with his own cursed blade or something like that? Because like that'd be cool.
That feels cool.
That feels like a really good way to finally make use of the fact that he's been toting around also a cursed sword for the last like 100 episodes or so.
That would have been a way better idea.
Yeah, I feel like we can spice this up. I feel like we can have an actual like good purpose or something. But then
Christian, do you want a job? I mean, I think Toy's hiring if you want to do some storyboarding.
Absolutely. I've spit out good idea after good idea on this podcast, and Oda still has not hit up my phone yet. I don't know what's wrong.
My phone is still not buzzing.
Have you been cutting my phone number out of the end of the podcast every episode? Because I've been putting it there. I don't know if Dylan's been. I was also like briefly entertained by the part where the sword just is like, we're like, hey, we beat the boss, and then the sword like crumbles into dust, and the guy gets up, and he suddenly like it's been imbued into him. I was like kind of low key excited for that, because then we could have got some like sweet Katanagatari moments.
Mm-hmm.
The swordless style sword fighting. But then Zoro shows up on the scene and throws him a katana he just finds and goes, "You're a swordsman. Fight with a sword, you fuck."
It was kind of cool. Decent idea. Whatever.
The whole Zoro backstory doesn't fit, even if they wanted to, because in the movie
he leave as like a teenager in the show?
No, in the show he leaves when he's like 20, and in the movie he left when he was like 2.
Yeah, he was like 8 years old. Like he got there, trained for a week, and then left.
Right, which is nonsense.
Unless it was like a different dojo that they were implying, because like he was running between dojo to dojo, but like...
No, it doesn't work like that, because Zoro was surprised at the weight of a sword when he was fighting Kuina.
Oh. So then, yeah, this absolutely doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yep.
It's also the same uniform, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's the same uniform he had from his actual canon backstories.
It was, it was a choice. I could totally understand where they were trying to go with it.
So I want to ask now, to move the conversation on, what does this fake friends note mean?
Oh, I was gonna say that this isn't the first time they're gonna do this bullshit where they introduce you to a character that's supposedly known one of the main cast for a minute.
You mean like that time they introduced Ace?
Well, Ace is his actual brother. That's canon. Saga is a dude we're never going to see again, that they just made up.
I can't wait for Chopper's fake friend to come in.
Chopper's fake friend.
We're gonna meet another reindeer that's like, I always believed in him, but I didn't have the courage to leave the pack to also follow him.
And then I ate a double fruit. I became a dog.
I just realized that you wrote next week it's 196 to 198, and then also right underneath that went next week is the spoiler cast. Make up your mind, old man.
That's for us.
What do you mean? Pay no attention.
All right. Do we got quotes?
I saw potential for a lot of quotes. I just didn't bother writing them down.
I didn't write a single one down. I could not pay attention during this.
I'll throw a bone to my boy Zorro at the end, I guess, even though I agree that it kind of made it less impactful. At least it was kind of cool when he was like, a real swordsman fucking fights with a blade and throws him a fucking katana.
There was one when he was fighting Sanji, and then he was like, when you fight a swordsman, you can't lose your focus, otherwise you get cut down. And then he beats his ass.
Oh, yeah, that did happen. That was decent.
Speaking of beating your friend's ass, he at the end of the movie, just before Zoro's saga, Luffy's talking about how you're the man who cut steel. You could even cut the moon. And then in Zoro's head, he goes, "I'll even cut my friend." And I'm like, oh my, hold on a second. I'm like, Jotomate, Zoro, Jotomate.
Jotomate. I don't want to gloss over this. You can even cut the moon thing. All right. What the fuck is that nonsense? Could you imagine if this dude tried to cut the moon?
Eneru would be very upset.
Yeah, Eneru lives there. He needs
That's how you bring him back to the story. Someone cuts the moon and he's like, whoa, hold up.
Zoro cuts the moon and Eneru, and I took that personally.
And I took that personally.
I don't have any quotes. I got nothing. The best I could think of is maybe the hippo talking.
Talking. All right, well, let's go to the Golden Ham. I got nothing for you.
Give it to the hippo.
No, fuck that. Stupid shit.
I ain't giving it to the hippo. I would either give it to Zoro or Toma, because I kind of like Toma. He wasn't bad.
I'll give it to the granny.
I also kind of had Giraffe Granny on my mind.
God damn it, not like this.
I'm more in line to give it to Tomo.
I'm not giving it to any Straw Hat. I'll put that out there right now. None of them are getting this.
They didn't do anything here.
No.
Robin, maybe.
I would put my vote in Toma.
I guess I'll give it to Toma.
Well, then we're 2-2 again. We can't keep doing this.
No. Well, I'll change it. I like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I could give it to Toma.
He had a cool character design. That's my only reasoning for it.
No, yeah, for sure. I think he's got a really cool design. That's really the only reason why I want to give it to him.
Another Naruto vibe. He's got a marine hat on that's like mostly torn to shreds.
He's renounced the Marines.
All right, are we good? We got Toma? Woohoo!
Yeah, sure.
Career Day.
Well, today we have the Ame Ame Nomi fruit, which is the candy fruit.
I was just gonna say, I think I know what this one is.
Oh my god!
This is from the Logia type of the last movie.
Yeah, I remember. Do you think they could change the flavor? Can we do that somehow?
The person with this fruit would have to like experiment with their own body.
Do we know what flavor the guy in the movie was?
Green apple.
Yeah, definitely green apple, because he was all green and shit.
It was probably sour though. I could agree with it.
You think it's personality based? He was such a grumpy dude that
it
came out soury.
That could be.
Like, what if a bubbly person has it?
So wait a minute. Are we assuming that this candy is even like edible?
Why wouldn't it be? Didn't Luffy eat a bunch of it?
Yeah, it's called candy fruit.
The body of the person with this fruit makes it, but that does not inherently mean it tastes good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the flavor? That's why I asked in the first place. Like, what is it? What does this taste like? Like, can we change the flavor? Is that possible?
Well, hey, I want to hear from the guy that picked this fruit, because this is not the fruit I would have brought into this career day today.
Well, first of all, it's a movie-based one, and I didn't want to put a good one on this garbage movie, so I was like,
oh, okay, that's fair. I can respect that then. Well, how about a plumber?
That's even worse for plumbing.
They can drip the nonsense down the pipes, and they can, check for leaks.
But that's like that's worse for pipes.
Whoa. The person can control it, Devin. They don't leave anything behind.
That's even grosser.
Control.
Not gonna lie.
It absolutely is. Doesn't dissuade the fact that it works.
So is plumbing. Plumbing's a gross profession.
Yeah, plumbing's pretty weird.
It is gross. I won't deny that, but I just keep thinking of like it getting worse as he shoves more candy down the drain.
Well, I mean, it's sticky, so like you'd pick up all the hair and stuff that's stuck in the drain, right?
Yeah,
also, I believe that the dude from the movie could harden it, so the person with the fruit could also have abilities to like do something else with the candy.
Ooh.
The candy's malleable. A human 3D printer.
Well, I mean, I could get behind that, but then like what does this person do to make said mold? They can just kind of like magically make the perfect shape.
If number 3 can make a key out of his wax, this dude can make a key out of his gummy bears.
It's kind of right about
Right.
that.
I mean, it would function the same way, right? Like you have the thing first. Like let's say, I don't know, like you're making a key. Like you just have the key sitting there and you wrap it in the candy.
Do you guys think hard candy is as hard as hard wax?
No.
No, the wax is
Well-
definitely fucking harder, guaranteed.
No, wax can be molded after it's dried, while candy's harder.
But the wax dude, the wax fruit is harder than iron. Remember? I was there. I watched the arc.
He was my favorite character, goddammit.
Yeah, dude, don't be disrespecting my boy 3.
Yeah, the candy would shatter. I was thinking like locksmith easily, but no good here.
So the candy fruit being able to, I mean, I could get behind like you could make candy like items if you went up, if they were like in a forge, and instead of making it with metal, they were just, if they felt like it, they were like, well, let me just drip my fingers into this.
What if this person was just like hired by barbershops to sit in there and like give the kids that come in and don't want their haircut like a lollipop or something? Yeah, like normally barbershops have the little bowl of lollipops or hard candy there, and you go like, here you go, little Billy, thanks for sitting through this haircut.
This has to be like a high-end barbershop because this is only one in the whole world.
No, because the candy tastes like shit, so that's why it's low end.
That's because we're assuming it tastes like shit.
Yeah, nobody knows what it tastes like. Nobody ever eats it, to my knowledge. In the movie.
I don't know why you guys think that barbershop candy is the pinnacle of candy. It's
I never
not.
said
That's
it was
just
the
been sitting
pinnacle
there
of-
for months.
Well, that's why Jordy said it's got to be a high end one.
Yeah.
because then we can make some real money off this.
It's a luxury. You just stand next to the goon with the candy fruit, and you can eat one lollipop, please, and you watch them do the whole process. You watch them cut their finger, put it in the stick, boom, lollipop.
That's gross.
I didn't say it was pretty.
How about this? The person with the candy fruit gets to be the stage in the automation process where they put the sticky side of the duct tape on.
So we're watching an episode of How It's Made, and he's just sitting there just like slapping it. That's it. That's the one I'm going with.
Oh God. You've just turned them into a piece of machinery.
I'm
Oh my
tool to
God.
be used. They're like, it's not much, but it's an honest living.
No, it isn't. No,
What
it
about
isn't.
you guys ever like drank juicy juice?
Yeah.
You know how sweet that shit is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what if we put this person in a vat of water?
The best part is that they can't swim either.
Oh, well, now they don't ever have to spend money on like gummy bears and Jolly Ranchers to make flavored vodka anymore.
Oh
you go.
man! Oh no!
They can work in the vodka factory, and they could just sit there with like a pinky in the vodka for an hour.
Better yet, they'll just be getting drunk all day on the job. They'll get paid to get wasted.
Oh my God, what if it did absorb through the skin?
So I think my favorite candy person is, if they actually make candy, is making alcoholic gummy bears where they just get fucking Rick and Morty wasted while they manufacture gummy bears from the candy that they produce.
The person just works in a vodka factory. You know, they're chilling at Smirnoff headquarters, just chopping off pieces of their finger, dropping them in vats of vodka, and then it becomes whatever flavored vodka.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. I love it. All right, fantastic. I think
We
that's
did
the
it,
winner.
boys.
That's my winner. Not that we need a winner, but it's my
Not
winner.
that we pick winners, but it's a winner in my heart.
All right, are we good? Does anyone else have any other things to contribute?
I got nothing.
I hope you guys enjoyed your 15-minute podcast.
Nah, we'll find a way to squeeze 40 minutes out of this.
Squeeze, he says.
Oh, all right. Well, follow us on Twitter at Panda Sightings. We have an email, pandasightings@gmail.com, and Instagram at Panda Sightings. We post shit.
A couple people been popping off lately.
Thank you for joining us.
We'll let you know how Kong versus Godzilla goes in 2 weeks.
Big monkey go
Yeah,
down.
we'll let you know how we enjoyed it as of 3 weeks ago.